Good morning. Welcome to Carol's Books and Storytime. I have a folk tale for you today from the West Indies, and it comes from a book that I bought my children when they were very small. Folk tales are very interesting because you find similar ones throughout the world. Now, this story is called How Agoti Got Lost His Tail. Brer Anansi was often clever, and Brer Anansi was often cunning. But Brer Anansi was something of a mischief maker, and Brer Anansi was a spider. There was a time when Brer Agouti and Brer Dog were very good friends and hunted in the forest together. This is no longer true, and it is all because of Brer Anansi. One morning, as Brer Agouti and Brer Dog hunted in the forest, Brer Anansi appeared puffing and panting, for he had come a long way and the sun was quite warm. "How do you do, compares?" he called to Dog and Agouti. "Morning, Brer Anansi. What are you doing up so early?" asked Brer Dog. Everyone knew that Brer Anansi never got out of bed before noon unless he was up to some mischief. "Oh, compare, at daybreak I heard some news from Brer Cock, and that I cannot believe, and neither will you when you hear it," said Brer Nancy. "What is it?" asked Brer Agouti anxiously. "Is somebody dead?" "Well, you know how often we have sat around and talked about visiting the Bird Island. Now I hear that Brer Crow is planning an excursion to Bird Island on Sunday, and only animals with horns are invited," said Brer Anansi. "But we have no horns. Only Brer Bull, Brer Goat, and Brer Ram will be able to go," cried Brer Dog. "What is to be done?" asked Brer Agouti. "They're all bigger than we are, so it's no use getting angry with them." And the three of them talked and talked about what they could not do, and they talked and talked about what they should not do, but no one could think of what they could do about it. Finally, Brer Nancy departed to sow his seeds of mischief elsewhere. But Dog and Agouti were very unhappy indeed, for it was one of their dearest wishes to visit Bird Island. They talked about it long after Anansi had gone, and suddenly Brer Agouti had an idea. They would find some wood and shape two pairs of horns, one for Dog and one for Agouti, and so disguised they would join the other animals on Sunday. That week they searched the forests for smooth wood, which they carefully shaped and polished until the horns shone bright in the sun. On Sunday morning early they arose and packed their picnic basket with roasted wild pig, breadfruit, and sweet potatoes cooked in wood ash, and filled their flasks with pineapple juice laced with rum. Then Dog said to Agouti, "You fix my horns just above my ears and fix them well. Then I'll fix yours." And Agouti did so. Just as he had finished, they heard the chant from the ship as the animals prepared to cast off. "Mendinga aya mendinga, odiki a mendinga." "Hurry, hurry, hurry!" cried Agouti. "You fix my horns now, Dog, or we shall be left behind." But Dog was not waiting for anyone. He was running as fast as he could, and poor Agouti was left behind. He could not join the animals now, for although he had made his horns, he could not fix them to his head himself. Agouti ran quickly to the hills behind the forest, where there were three mountain peaks overlooking the harbour. As he came to the first peak, the boat was just sailing by, and he could see Dog standing on the deck with all the other animals. And Agouti sang loud and clear, "Captain I, Captain Cow, one of the animals has no horns." But Dog heard and ran to the captain and said, "Do you hear that?" he said. "Sail to the east, sail to the east." And so the captain sailed on, bearing a bit to the east. Agouti ran quickly to the second peak, and as the boat sailed by, he shouted loud and clear, "Captain I, Captain I, one of the animals has no horns." Again Dog heard and ran to the captain, and he said, "Did you hear that?" He said, "Sail to the west, sail to the west." And so the captain sailed on, bearing a little to the west. And yet once more Agoti ran quickly, and now to the third peak, and as the boat was sailing by he sang loud and clear, "Captain I, Captain Car, one of the animals has no horns." And this time the wind blew the words to the captain, and he heard them loud and clear. He stopped the boat, and lining up all the animals, he began to test the horns of Brer Goat, Brer Ram, Brer Bull. But before he could get to the end of the line, Brer Dog had leapt off the ship and was swimming for the shore. Mad with rage, he made for the mountain peak. But Agouti had seen him coming and was already running as fast as he could towards his hole. Fast as he ran, but faster ran Dog, who was just about to make the final leap when Agouti dived into his hole. And "Ah!" cried Agouti in pain, for Dog had got hold of his tail and had bitten it off with his sharp teeth. I wonder what kind of animal that Agouti was. The fact that he has no tail now. He must be some kind of animal. I wonder if you could find out. I hope you enjoyed that story. Bye.